I can't describe what it feels like, but I tell you this, that it's not just about one or two instances. This pain for people like myself is historical. I think about, all the way back to slavery up until today, where we continually are separated from American society, right? We're treated as if we're less than. And so to say that my pain is just in one instance is inaccurate.
I'm here out of hope that maybe this time, maybe out of hundreds of years and centuries, maybe this time will be different. Maybe this time reform will actually happen. And we see it in Minneapolis, where the riots happen and suddenly cops were fired, cops were arrested, and hoping that is, instead of becoming a surprise, that becomes the norm moving forward.
How I'm feeling right now, and I think Trade of Truth probably said it the best for me, is when that officer's kneeling on his neck for 10 minutes. As a black man living in America, it felt like he was kneeling on all of our necks.
Not only do Black Lives Matter in terms of not being murdered by the police, it's in terms of access to resources, access to things that improve the quality of life for a lot of black people. Because racism is systemic. It's not just people burning down churches or lynching black people. It's also when we don't have access to medical care, when we don't have access to clean food and opportunity to be able to change the community. And so when you think about Black Lives Matter, it's like literally take your foot off of our neck, but legislation has its foot on our neck. Violence is legislation. Violence is the oppression, like the systemic oppression.
As a black man in America, I am treated differently. And when people hear that, it makes them uncomfortable. And they try to change it to a different subject. Well, all lives matter. And yeah, all lives matter, but that's not what this is about. And so I encourage people is when you're faced with a situation like this, and we're talking about a specific subject, about a black man in America being murdered, let's keep the conversation about that.
The feelings that go along with being black in America cannot be replicated. It's hard to understand, but the way that being a black man in America plays out to most people on the news is as a savage. And I'm a bigger black man, so every interaction I've had with the police has been pushing me, throwing me against cars, throwing me against walls.
I sound hopeful because, as the quote goes, to be black in America is to be in a rage all the time. And I'm angry a lot. I'm constantly telling my friends and educating them as allies what I see and what my experience is. But if I'm not hopeful, I'm drowning in despair and anxiety and fear. And I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want my life to be defined of if a white person's going to see me the wrong way.
You see people protesting, but when you think about Black Lives Matter, it's like, stop killing us, but let us empower ourselves. Let us build.
W.E.B. Du Bois, I think it was, said that black men, and forgive me if it's the wrong person, but we walk around constantly in anger, and that's a reality, right? There's like anger, there's pain, and there's confusion, but there's also a pride too. So I also don't want that to get missed in the midst of all this. I'm very proud. I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be a black man, and that's something that I value, and I'm going to continue to fight for that so that other people understand the beauty of who we are and value us the same way other people are valued.